What if you could improve your English fluency in just 10 minutes, right before you fall asleep? It might sound too good to be true, but science shows that our brains are incredibly receptive to learning right before we rest. Think of this lesson as planting a seed. I'm going to give you a simple and powerful nightly routine, a set of core sentences that, once planted in your mind, will be watered by sleep, helping you naturally grow the ability to think in English. There's no need to study or memorize. Just listen, relax, and let the learning happen naturally. Look, I get it. You've spent the whole day working, studying, or taking care of responsibilities. You're tired. The last thing you want to do is open a grammar book and force yourself to study. I understand completely. But what if the path to fluency wasn't about more effort, but about smarter, more relaxed practice? What if you could use the natural power of your brain when it's most ready to learn to finally build the English skills you've always wanted? Tonight, that's exactly what we are going to do. We'll use this quiet time not for intense study, but for gentle absorption. You'll listen to common, practical sentences about daily life, the kind of sentences you'll actually use. And as you drift towards sleep, your brain will get to work, consolidating these new phrases and making them a part of you. This isn't magic, it's science. This is how we turn passive listening into active, confident speaking. So, find a comfortable spot, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey together. Section 1. The power of your brain before sleep. Before we begin, I want you to understand just why this works so well. Imagine your brain is a massive library. During the day, you're constantly tossing new books, sights, sounds, and experiences into a messy pile by the front door. When you go to sleep, the head librarian doesn't shut off the lights. Instead, this is when the most important work begins. During sleep, your brain's librarian actively sorts through that messy pile. It decides what to keep and what to toss. This process is called memory consolidation, and here's the key part for us. When you practice these English sentences right before bed, it's like putting a bright, glowing priority sticker on them. You're telling the librarian, this one is special. Don't just put it anywhere. File it on the easy-to-reach long-term memory shelf where I can find it tomorrow. Scientists have found that sleep doesn't just file information away, it locks the cabinet. Think of it like writing a document on a computer. All day you're typing, but the work isn't safe until you hit the save button. Sleep is your brain's automatic save function. It takes what you learned and locks it in, making it stable and easier to access later. This process helps solve some of the biggest problems English learners face. Do you feel stuck, like you learn new words but can't use them in a conversation? Learning individual words is like having a pile of bricks. You have the materials, but you don't have a house. By focusing on full sentences, we're learning to be architects. We're taking the bricks and building walls, rooms, and finally a complete home where you can comfortably live and think in English instead of just translating from your native language. Do you feel like you have no one to speak with? Tonight, you'll be speaking with yourself, training your mouth and your mind in a low-pressure, private setting. So, as we move into our practice, let go of any pressure to learn. Your only job is to relax, listen, and repeat. Trust that your amazing brain knows exactly what to do. You're not just going to sleep, you're preparing your mind for growth. Section 2. How this practice works. Now let's talk about how our practice will unfold tonight. The structure is incredibly simple and designed to be as relaxing as it is effective. You're in a comfortable position, ready for rest. The lights are low. The day is done. There is nothing else you need to do. We're going to use a simple but powerful cycle of listening and repeating, a technique called shadowing. Here's how it will work. First, I'll say a sentence. It will be a simple, common sentence that we use in our daily lives. Then I'll say it slowly and clearly. Your job is just to listen, absorb the sounds, the rhythm, and the melody of the sentence. After I say the sentence, there will be a quiet pause. That pause is for you. In that space, repeat the sentence out loud. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to worry about getting every sound exactly right. The goal is simply to try. Feel the way your mouth moves to make the English sounds. Even a whisper is powerful. The physical act of speaking is what builds the muscle memory for fluency. After you repeat it, I'll say the sentence one more time. This repetition is key. It helps lock the sentence into your memory, reinforcing what you've just practiced. Another quiet pause will follow for you to repeat it again. We'll do this for a series of sentences, all connected to our daily routines. We'll move through the morning, the afternoon, and the evening, building a complete picture of a day spoken in English. The most important thing is to relax. Let go of any tension or anxiety about your performance. This isn't a test. There is no grade. This is your personal practice. The calmer you are, the more receptive your brain will be. Think of it like listening to gentle music as you fall asleep. The words will wash over you, and your subconscious mind will absorb them. You don't need to focus with intense concentration. In fact, a soft, relaxed focus is much better. Let the words be the last thing your mind engages with before you drift off. This creates the perfect condition for your brain to begin consolidating, taking these sentences from your short-term memory and carefully storing them for the long term. So, take one more deep breath, let it out slowly, let your shoulders relax. You are ready. Let's begin our nightly practice. Section 3, the nightly practice, Part 1, your morning routine. Let's begin with the first moments of the day. The world is quiet and a new day is dawning. Feel that sense of calm as we practice these sentences together. Just listen and then repeat in the pause. The first sentence is about waking up. I wake up at 7 a.m. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I go to the bathroom. It's time to freshen up. Let's practice a few sentences for this. The first one is about your face. I wash my face. Again, I wash my face. Now for your teeth. I brush my teeth. Let's say it again. It's an important daily habit. I brush my teeth. Next, perhaps you take a shower. I take a shower. Once more, I take a shower. After your shower, you need to dry off. I dry myself with a towel. Let's try that again. I dry myself with a towel. Now it's time to get ready for the day. I get dressed. Let's say that again. I get dressed. Maybe you do your hair. I comb my hair. Again, I comb my hair. For many people, the next stop is the kitchen. I go to the kitchen. Once more, I go to the kitchen. It's time for the first meal of the day. I make breakfast. Let's repeat that. I make breakfast. What do you have for breakfast? Let's use coffee as an example. I make a cup of coffee. Again, I make a cup of coffee. And now you eat. I eat my breakfast. Let's say it again, calmly. I eat my breakfast. While you eat, you might read the news. I check the news on my phone. Again, I check the news on my phone. Or perhaps you check your messages. I check my emails. Let's say it again. I check my emails. You can also say, I check my social media. Again, I check my social media. After breakfast, you clean up. I wash the dishes. Once more, I wash the dishes. Now you prepare to leave your home. I put on my shoes. Again, I put on my shoes. You grab your bag and keys. I grab my bag. Let's say that again. I grab my bag. And you lock the door. I lock the door. Once more. I lock the door. The morning part of the day is ending. You are ready to go. I leave the house. Let's repeat that final morning sentence. I leave the house. You've done wonderfully. Your mind is absorbing these patterns. Now continue to relax as we move into the next part of our day. Section 4. The Nightly Practice. Part 2. Your midday and work routine. Now imagine yourself in the middle of the day. You're at work, at school, or just going about your daily tasks. The energy is different from the quiet morning. Let's practice the sentences for this part of the day. Continue to listen, relax, and repeat. Let's start with the commute. I go to work. Let's say it again. I go to work. You can be more specific. I drive to work. Again, I drive to work. Or perhaps you use public transport. I take the bus to work. Once more, I take the bus to work. When you arrive, you begin your tasks. I start work at 9 a.m. Let's say that again. I start work at 9 a.m. A common task is checking messages. I answer emails. Again, I answer emails. You might have to talk to your colleagues. I talk to my colleagues. Let's practice that again. I talk to my colleagues. Meetings are a big part of many jobs. I attend a meeting. Once more, I attend a meeting. You might need to focus on a project. I work on a project. Let's say that again. I work on a project. Sometimes you need to make calls. I make phone calls. Again, I make phone calls. After a few hours, you need a break. I take a short break. Once more, I take a short break. And then comes lunch. I have lunch at noon. Let's repeat that. I have lunch at noon. You can say what you eat. I eat a sandwich for lunch. Again, I eat a sandwich for lunch. You might eat with coworkers. I have lunch with my coworkers. Let's say that again. I have lunch with my coworkers. After lunch, you continue your work. I finish my work in the afternoon. Once more, I finish my work in the afternoon. You might feel a little tired. I drink a cup of tea. Again, I drink a cup of tea. Maybe you have another meeting. I have another meeting in the afternoon. Let's practice that one more time. I have another meeting in the afternoon. You look at the clock. The day is almost over. I finish work at 5 p.m. Let's say it again. I finish work at 5 p.m. Before you leave, you organize your space. I tidy up my desk. Again, I tidy up my desk. You say goodbye to everyone. I say goodbye to my colleagues. Once more, I say goodbye to my colleagues. And now the journey home begins. I leave work. Let's repeat that. I leave work. You might go shopping on the way. I go to the grocery store. Let's say that again. I go to the grocery store. You need to buy a few things. I buy some food for dinner. Once more, I buy some food for dinner. Then you head home. I head home. Again, I head home. Another common phrase is, I get home around 6 p.m. Let's say it again.
I get home around 6 p.m. You've completed the middle part of the day. Your brain is listening, learning, and absorbing these useful patterns. Continue this journey of relaxation as we move into the final part of our practice, the evening. And now we've arrived at the evening. This is the time of day we're in right now. The sun has set, the day's work is done, and the world is becoming quiet again. This is a time for winding down, for family, for relaxation, and for preparing for a good night's sleep. Let your body relax even more deeply now. Let your breathing be slow and steady. These final sentences will guide you gently towards rest. You have just arrived home. I put down my bags. Let's say that again, softly. I put down my bags. You take off your work clothes. I change into comfortable clothes. Again, I change into comfortable clothes. Maybe you have a pet to greet. I feed the dog. Let's say that again, softly. I feed the dog. Now it's time to think about dinner. I prepare dinner. Once more, I prepare dinner. A simpler way to say this is, I make dinner. Again, I make dinner. You enjoy your meal. I eat dinner with my family. Let's say that one more time. I eat dinner with my family. After dinner, there's cleaning to do. I wash the dishes. Again, I wash the dishes. Or maybe you have a machine for that. I load the dishwasher. Once more, I load the dishwasher. With the chores done, the evening is yours. I relax on the sofa. Let's repeat that feeling. I relax on the sofa. How do you relax? Perhaps you watch something. I watch a movie on Netflix. Again, I watch a movie on Netflix. Or maybe you prefer reading. I read a book. Let's say that again, softly. I read a book. You might listen to something. I listen to music. Once more, I listen to music. Perhaps you connect with friends or family. I call a friend. Again, I call a friend. As the night gets later, you start getting ready for bed. I decide it's time for bed. Let's say that again, softly. I decide it's time for bed.
And now, we've arrived at the evening. This is the time of day we're in right now. The sun has set, the day's work is done, and the world is becoming quiet again. This is a time for winding down, for family, for relaxation, and for preparing for a good night's sleep. Let your body relax even more deeply now. Let your breathing be slow and steady. These final sentences will guide you gently towards rest. You have just arrived home. I put down my bags. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that again, softly. I put down my bags. Pause for you to repeat. You take off your work clothes. I change into comfortable clothes. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I change into comfortable clothes. Pause for you to repeat. Maybe you have a pet to greet. I feed the dog. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that again. I feed the dog. Pause for you to repeat. Now it's time to think about dinner. I prepare dinner. Pause for you to repeat. Once more. I prepare dinner. Pause for you to repeat. A simpler way to say this is, I make dinner. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I make dinner. Pause for you to repeat. You enjoy your meal. I eat dinner with my family. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that one more time. I eat dinner with my family. Pause for you to repeat. After dinner, there's cleaning to do. I wash the dishes. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I wash the dishes. Pause for you to repeat. Or maybe you have a machine for that. I load the dishwasher. Pause for you to repeat. Once more, I load the dishwasher. Pause for you to repeat. With the chores done, the evening is yours. I relax on the sofa. Pause for you to repeat. Let's repeat that feeling. I relax on the sofa. Pause for you to repeat. How do you relax? Perhaps you watch something. I watch a movie on Netflix. Pause for you to repeat. Again, softly. I watch a movie on Netflix. Pause for you to repeat. Or maybe you prefer reading. I read a book. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that again. I read a book. Pause for you to repeat. You might listen to something. I listen to music. Pause for you to repeat. Once more. I listen to music. Pause for you to repeat. Perhaps you connect with friends or family. I call a friend. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I call a friend. Pause for you to repeat. As the night gets later, you start getting ready for bed. I decide it's time for bed. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that again. I decide it's time for bed. Pause for you to repeat. You get ready for the next day. I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. Pause for you to repeat. Now we repeat some of our morning actions, but for the night. I go to the bathroom. Pause for you to repeat. Once more. I go to the bathroom. Pause for you to repeat. You brush your teeth one last time. I brush my teeth again. Pause for you to repeat. Let's repeat that. I brush my teeth again. Pause for you to repeat. Maybe you take a warm bath to relax. I take a warm bath. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I take a warm bath. Pause for you to repeat. Now you put on your sleepwear. I put on my pajamas. Pause for you to repeat. Once more. I put on my pajamas. Pause for you to repeat. You make sure you'll wake up on time tomorrow. I set the alarm for the morning. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that again. I set the alarm for the morning. Pause for you to repeat. You turn off the lights in the house. I turn off the lights. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I turn off the lights. Pause for you to repeat. Finally, the last moments before sleep. I get into bed. Pause for you to repeat. Let's repeat that comforting thought. I get into bed. Pause for you to repeat. You pull the covers up. I pull up the blanket. Pause for you to repeat. Once more. I pull up the blanket. Pause for you to repeat. You find a comfortable position. I get comfortable. Pause for you to repeat. Again, I get comfortable. Pause for you to repeat. And you close your eyes. I close your eyes. Pause for you to repeat. Let's say that final action together. I close my eyes. Pause for you to repeat. The last sentence of our practice. I fall asleep. Pause for you to repeat. One last time, a gentle whisper. I fall asleep. Pause for you to repeat. And just like that, you've completed your nightly English practice. You listened, you repeated, you gave your brain the gift of language right before its most productive learning time. You should feel good about what you accomplished. It was simple, calm, and powerful. Making this a nightly habit is how you'll see real, lasting change. It doesn't need to be long. Just a few minutes each night done consistently is more effective than hours of stressful study once a week. You are building a system for fluency. I have a small invitation for you. In the comments below, write just one sentence in English about your day. It can be a sentence we practiced, like, I had a busy day, or I am ready to rest. Or it can be something new. By writing it down, you reinforce the learning one more time. Let's create a community of practice and support each other. And if you found this guided practice helpful, please show your support by giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel for more lessons just like this one. It helps our community grow and allows me to create more content to help you reach your English goals. Conclusion. You've done the work for today. Now your only job is to rest. As you drift off, trust that the work is not over, it's just beginning. Your mind's librarian is sorting through today's learning, stamping each sentence and placing it carefully on the correct shelf. The seeds of language you planted just moments ago are now being watered by your sleep. You're not just learning a list of phrases, you're building the home where you can think in English. You are becoming an English speaker. Remember, every time you do this practice, you are making progress. Even if you don't feel it immediately, you're laying the foundation one sentence at a time, one night at a time. The words will begin to come more naturally. The fear of speaking will start to fade. Confidence will grow in its place. Let go of the day. Let go of any stress or worry. You've given yourself a wonderful gift. Sleep well and let your brain do the rest. I believe in you, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. I'll see you in the next lesson. Sweet dreams!